Okay, we can announce our winner of the main event ticket this Sunday for PokerBet. It is David Fully Willifeed, known on PokerBet as Fully 101. So follow him in the tournament. Good luck, Fully. Go smash him. Go win $1 million, son. Well done.
Congrats.
Right, episode 7. We've gotten this far, and now we're going to see if the younger generation can teach us something different. So thus we present the young guns, Ricky and Scotty.
Thank you for having us, guys.
No, thanks for coming.
Tell us, you guys are a close group of friends and you just coming into poker now. Tell us a little bit about how that happened, how the interest happened.
Okay, so it started with me being taught by my dad when I was like 14 and used to play like little home games with my siblings and my cousins. And then when I turned 18, I finally convinced him to let me play with his group of friends for like actual money. So I started playing in a 5-10 game with a 3K bankroll, which I don't recommend, but I managed to spin it up pretty nicely to an actual bankroll. And then one of my good mates from high school, his girlfriend's brother was good friends with Damon.
I knew you were going to say that.
And yeah, so Damon came to that home game the one day and saw me play, and he was like, you should come play one of the satellites live. And he put me into the one main event satellite in Times Square. I ended up winning that satellite and then going on to cash that main event for like 30K. And then, yeah, that kind of just jump-started everything for me. And then I started my own 1-2 game and brought some of my friends into the fold. And
So you guys went to school together?
no, we went to different King Davids. We actually met through university.
Okay.
Well,
So I met
mutual friends through
I met
university.
Ricky through John, and I think it was first year that John met Ricky, and then it was only like 2 years after where they finally convinced me to come to a cash game and
Oh,
start
were you
playing.
against it?
Yeah,
Yeah, at first I was very
it was
against it.
clueless.
Gambling.
I wasn't like, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't really want to associate myself with it. I just didn't want to lose money.
Yeah.
Because I was working at the time.
Didn't have money to lose.
Yeah, exactly. And then from the first game, it was over.
Yeah.
It's hooked.
Yeah.
And then started playing all our 1-2 games, and then started playing on PokerBet and the 1Ks. And at first I was like losing a lot of money, and then started studying.
Yeah, it used to be a mega nit. And then, funny story, on his birthday, I gave him like 600 Rand at our 1-2 game. And I was like, go punt, boy. Like, if you don't bluff with this money, I'm taking it back. And yeah, ever since then, he punted that full 600 Rand away, but it was an investment because now he learned how to bluff.
But it's weird, like I was thinking earlier of like my poker career. So like similar story, but then you learn how to bluff, and then that just becomes your game, and you become like this absolutely
Sicker.
insane. You just want to bluff every hand. Then you realize, no, wait, this is not working. Then you kind of go into this like knit phase where you just keep unfolding and try exploit.
Yeah, you go from one side of the spectrum to the other.
And it's kind of when you reach that balance, I think.
I understand the not wanting to lose. I started playing probably before most people in South Africa, not before the older generation, but sort of around 2003.
Sure, that is.
But I was doing it on the sly online, and I would feel so. I won mostly, but I would feel so. Yeah, PokerStars. I would feel so guilty when I lost, and there was no one around. I almost felt ashamed to tell friends that I was playing or that you lost this money now. So not having a group around you, you really felt like, oh, what am I getting into?
Yeah.
Like, is this even legit? Have I been scammed? Is this? So later, obviously, you have to realize that variance is a real thing, and losing is just a part of the it's just a part of the game. How do you guys find having a group of friends around? Do you find it helpful in your own poker development?
Yeah, for sure. Like, we break down hands together all the time. It's how we learn. And not just that, it makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Like, I know for poker, it's a job for a lot of people, but for us, it's fun with our friends, and like, getting to do it together just makes it all the more better.
Didn't you
What draws you towards playing? And
I like money.
But that would be more in the professional side, right?
Yeah.
What draws you to the fun side?
I've always been a very competitive person, so for me, it's just the glory of winning. Like, especially in tournaments, just getting to the end, like the most fun is had at the final table, you know. So
You won quite a big one earlier this year.
yeah, the online main.
Yeah, that was. I'm sure you enjoyed that quite a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Partying and celebrations afterwards.
Yeah, always. We were actually in Cape Town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You won the main events on PokerBet.
Yeah, at a magical apartment. Funnily enough, our group has won 3 main events at that apartment.
Oh, wow.
Online main events.
Okay. That's good.
Oh, Fun won the main event there.
Wasn't you. Not everything's about you, Scott.
But then also, you've also been on a bit of a heat. I know you haven't won anything as yet, but I think over the past 6 months, you've come close.
Past 6 months has been really, really good. I've done well in the past 2 online high rollers, which I satellite into, which was actually crazy. And then came second in Monty in the ultimate tournament. And then the series, I wouldn't say sunrun, but it was a good run.
You got very lucky against me. No, I'm joking. You didn't. It was just, I think it was the last hand of the day.
Yeah.
You didn't rebar after that?
No.
Were you at the table still?
No.
So it was the last hand. I think you had I got very lucky on him 2 hands before.
It was just shoving you talking about.
We had 10 big blinds each. So I looked at one card, it was a 9, put it in. You called it Queen 10?
No, so I was gun, and I looked at one card and I was like, are you going to be all in on your big blind? And so,
no, but the hand before that, I doubled off you with 9 deuce and you had Queen 10. And then the last
that was for 3 big ones. And then
so
it was like a rotation later. Then
you sent me
was
to
the
the
last
cage.
hand of the night, and
send me to the cage.
Yeah. But you covered me. You decided to surrender your stack.
Yeah, which was actually quite dumb. I thought about it. I didn't actually think about it. I had 800 chips left, which was half
still range for day 2.
But still, I mean, I know it's you, but you never know. And I just surrendered my stack. I know it's not like I surrendered 5 big blinds, but still. And then I registered.
You were coming back anyway the next day. So
I think you should have been embarrassed to be seen on the date that reached you out with 3 big blinds.
That's it. Some people try and avoid big blind at the bottom. Big blind.
Darren Kramer played day 1A, and he actually finished with 70, but it said 20.
Yeah.
And I sent him a picture as a joke. What did I say?
Funny enough, it was the same with him for the super stack. He bagged 420 for the super stack, and they wrote it down as 42.
Yeah.
So instead of being at the top, he was at the bottom.
Yeah.
That could have been a reason why I didn't do that. But yeah, I mean, so you guys have been on somewhat of a heater for is it like a stable?
I was actually on a huge downswing before my online main events.
Yeah, that was a proper big score.
Yeah. So that was pretty much.
So for that, did you swap pieces or?
Yeah, I mean, another reason why playing with such a big group of friends is so much fun, because we get to have a little sweat in each other. We do lots of swaps all the time. So.
I watched something a couple of, weeks ago. Not that I follow him, because I don't think he's relevant. Obviously, he's a GOAT, Full Ivy. So when Full Ivy was completely crushing, he refused to speak to people about poker. But because he did that, he fell so far behind when other people started overtaking him. He's just he didn't know what to do. And all these people have got so he said, although it helped him a lot, accumulate a lot of money, it actually also worked against him in the sense that he just never spoke to people about poker.
I agree with that. I mean, people will often think that coming on a podcast or talking about your strategy is a negative EV decision. And to an extent, it might very well be in the shorter term anyway. But I think putting out things like that and opening up your mind just grows the game, which is in the longer term way, way, way better than giving away a individual strategy thing that's probably available online anyway.
Yeah.
It's so I just think in the longer term, it might be a little bit short-sighted, as it was in Full Ivy's case, to not have any community or not have anyone to bounce those ideas off. It's a pre-solver era, but at that stage, Ivy was close on solving, coming to solvish.
I know what you mean.
Funny enough, a lot of
solutions just by intuition.
A lot of people play GTO without even realizing it a lot of the time. But the problem is that a lot of the time they're doing it for the wrong reasons. But sometimes GTO does really, really small bets, 10% bets on the river, which are really good for the solver. But sometimes people do it because they're just scared or whatever, or because they don't know what else to bet. Yeah, a lot of people play GTO without actually realizing it.
Do you guys study a lot using solvers?
Not so much solvers. Pre-flop, we use a lot of solvers. Not
Mainly
really as
courses.
much post-flop.
For post-flop and like ICM, a lot of courses.
So you purchase courses?
Yeah, so I think we've bought
NCP.
total like 2 courses,
Mhm.
and then we would share the costs over the yearly plan, and then we would each have access to it.
I think there's
You
actually
talk
quite
about
a...
like content platforms
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Ryan Once
like-
or Jonathan Little?
Yeah,
or
Jonathan Little, Raise Your Edge.
Okay.
Jonathan Little's relevant though.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I've just seen some
an
of
extent,
his
like-
stuff come up, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'd really watch it. I don't know. Maybe his stuff behind the scenes a little bit more.
Honestly,
Useful.
most of what I've learned has come from Jonathan
Oh
Little.
wow,
So
okay.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a big misconception around studying GTO and studying solvers, where like the older generation thinks, like they look at these charts, like post-flop stuff, where it's like these really weird frequencies and stuff, and they think that we're memorizing. Like they think we're like, okay, we're supposed to bet you with Jack 10 suited 35% of the time or whatever. That's not really how you study. It's impossible to do that.
Mm.
So the way you study is just to understand why GTO is doing these things. Like, why is it
Yeah,
betting
yeah.
3x pot share on the river? It's not so much memorizing these exact spots. It's about learning the fundamentals and why.
Well, I think you would. Where the exploits come from in the real starting pot is generally mostly on the river.
Yeah.
So when you're playing against someone, you're not going to start potting the flop on King 7 deuce because you're exploiting this, guys. Are you going to do that, or are you
Yeah.
going to play close on theory until you get to the big river
I
spot?
think those spots are rare, but there are definitely spots where I would do that. Like there was a spot I played in the main this last week. I'm not going to say who it was against, but I flopped a flush against them, and I was like, if they have any piece here, they're not folding. Like if they have top pair, they're not folding. So I just basically slightly overbet the flop with a flush, which in GTO land, that's not a thing.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I was like, this guy's just not folding if he has top pair. So I'm just going to target the top of his range. If he has nothing, he's folding to small bet
By the
regard.
river, yeah.
Yeah, so why
Okay.
not just target the top of his range and just go pot, 2x pot. And unfortunately, he folded the river. I think he probably had the ace of diamonds or whatever. But
Okay, fair
Probably
enough.
like
You
the
can just
sixth,
pile more,
yeah.
pile more
Yeah.
money in with a
Yeah,
value hand.
so-
You're not really going to on say King 7 deuce. The solution is pretty much c-bet range small.
yeah,
Okay. So just using larger sizings there, you can't really balance. Maybe you could
Yeah,
say,
I
okay,
mean-
right, I'm gonna just start piling with sevens, and if he's
for
got
the
a
most
king,
part,
he's not
you're
right.
right. Yeah,
But mostly you're going to try and stick close-ish anyway
Yeah.
to theory. And then by the time you get to the river, that's where the huge exploits
Yeah.
come in. Where it's like, okay, this guy's definitely not going to bluff. I've got a strong enough hand. I'm rather going to put the money in myself because I'm not going to get that part of the EV. So there's a big exploits that come in there. But something else I want to touch on, spots where the solver mostly splits his decisions. A lot of them would be out of position as pre-flop aggressor.
Yeah.
So you have a hell of a lot of flops where pretty much any hand can bet or check.
yeah,
You get to those spots a lot. But responding against a bet is a lot more intuitive for the caller, for the button to do.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious when you look at a solution, it's like, yeah, okay, the guy would probably get to this. kind
funny
of
enough,
answer.
an expert I would
checking-
make,
Yeah, but it's not. But
an expert I make in those
is-
spots is I would just check my whole range.
just check
a lot of the
range
time,
there.
because I think at least against like a more recreational play, because I think recreational players make a lot more mistakes facing checks than they do facing bets.
So just drag them further down the game tree and
Yeah.
hope for bigger mistakes later on.
Yeah,
Whereas betting immediately makes their play kind of easier, or
Yeah.
it makes harder.
It allows them to just play perfectly. If they miss, they just fold. But a lot of the time, if like you check, they'll just monkey stab for no reason, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So dragging a hand further down the game tree, do you find people make bigger mistakes on turns and rivers?
100%.
yeah,
I actually spoke to someone when I was in Cape Town about it, and he said, try stay in the hand as long as possible, because people will either be very face up or they'll tell you exactly what they have on turns and rivers.
Normally,
Because
yeah.
especially in
They-
position.
because people, oh, okay, they're going to choose big sizings on flop or small sizings on flops, and then when they get to turns and rivers, they not too sure how to react to certain cards, and that just gives you either a green light or a red light to stop, and just tells you everything you need to know.
That's something that's happened in online poker, well, high stakes online poker anyway, a couple of years back, and only recently starting in live poker, like 3-betting or 15 big blind stacks to 4.8 or 5
those are
big blinds.
those have to be like big RCM
Yeah,
spots as well.
no one ever used to do that in live poker. It's like facing a raise, there was one choice.
Yeah.
I did that the other day in the main, and I actually got 4-bet jammed on.
All right.
Which is very uncommon.
Yeah.
Bluffing.
I think like I had like 18 big blinds. Marco raises. I go.
Oh, wrong player, dude. Come on, man.
I go 5 bigs. I go 5 bigs. The guy directly to my left just whacks.
Oh, I thought.
Wax me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
to
that's
be fair, Marco opens the deck, so
Yeah.
I would 3-bet.
Yeah, and I think
Scream spot.
no, I actually remember that I did that to you in.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember that?
I remember that exactly. Yeah.
He opened 8s, and I think I had 13 bigs, and I had A6 off, and I was just like, okay, well, I need to be like, I have to pick players to do this, and I 3-bet him, and he called, and I was like, oh gosh. Anyway, I ended up winning the hand, so it was quite like nice, but no disrespect to Marco, but Marco has to win every hand. It's not like I think you can find spots where you can 3-bet and he will fold because he'll look at your stack. Okay, this guy's 3-betting me on 15 bigs. Like, I've got no incentive.
Yeah, but he doesn't like folding.
Yeah, he doesn't like folding.
He's not going to be happy with the same.
He doesn't like folding. On some sides to his face, he's a massive whale, man. No, he's my mate. I'm teasing.
So playing in deep stages of tournaments it's quite a lot of money that can be at stake. And you're very young guys. Don't know the rest of your situation, but it can be a very significant thing to look up at the board and go, there's 900K or 700K up top. How do you manage that kind of stress? How do you feel? Is it just excitement, or is it a little bit,
honestly,
a little bit shakiness?
I don't really get nervous very often. Like, I've been playing sports my whole life. I'm used to playing under pressure. So for me, it's more just excitement about getting there. And I think also poker has kind of desensitized us to money a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing, actually.
Yeah, so for me, I think the beginning of last year when I made my first deep run in the main was actually with the one that you won.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. At that point in time, the money did mean a lot to me, and then obviously as I've gone through my time at playing and up the stakes, it's kind of fallen away a lot, and my value for money has gone out the completely.
Just poker related or general life?
Mainly poker. Like, yeah.
It's so funny. I'll go out for lunch and I'll spend like 400 or 500 rand on lunch, and I want to throw up and I won't be happy with myself. But I'll send 10K on the river.
Or you'll straddle to like
absolutely
600 rand every
it's a very
rotation.
I know the guys back in the day. This is before my time. I'm talking about like Kramer, Ronaldson, Eugene Duplessis. About your age, I'd go to like All Africa, but because they were winning so much. I mean, in those days there was like 6 tables at the same time on Pigspeak going 200, 400. So guys had a lot of money. They would flick cards against the wall for 20K flips closest to the wall.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
Dude, it was, like no, like you ask them about that now, obviously they'd probably do that for 200 rand. Maybe Kramer will do it for 20, I don't know. But still, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's difficult to separate sometimes. And I remember talking to Steve. He said he lost 5K in a cash game at one stage, but it wasn't really a lot. And he came home, his gran asked him what happened. And he said he'd lost 5K. But I think in her mind, it was like someone had stolen 5K from you. So that emotion, like you had 5K in your wallet and you got nicked. And she put her hand on his shoulder and said, tomorrow the sun will shine again.
So, man, Steve Radloff.
Yeah. So I think that's it's a very, very different thing losing money in poker versus you losing it or whatever in some other way. Is if you got to get an unexpected bull for the same amount that you lose in poker, you're seriously angry. I'm like, where the hell where the hell did this come from now?
Well, like you're kind of paying for entertainment, I guess, when you're playing poker. It's very expensive entertainment sometimes, but
it should be very expensive entertainment. I've turned a cheap bottle of brandy into an expensive bottle of brandy.
Yes.
It's my magic trick. But yeah, and also you're going to win. It's the wins also don't really feel like that amount of money because it evens out over a month or 3 months or 6 months. It's not going to be 40 grand every day for the next year. Tell me you guys compete against each other a lot.
Yeah.
Do you rag each other? Do you have like little rankings about who's the best, who's rubbish at one thing?
I mean, not really that much to the extent.
Yeah, we don't really compare ourselves. I think we more want to see each other grow and do well together than one person doing exceptionally well over time.
Very cute, Scotty.
Yeah. So like someone like out of the three of us, like someone will go on a huge upswing or someone will go on a huge downswing, but we're always there and we're not really comparing ourselves. To be honest, I think I'm not as good as a poker player compared to Ricky and John.
Really?
Yeah. Just
I wouldn't say not as good. I'd say
but out of the three of you, I've played with you the most.
Yeah.
And it's not even a lot. I don't ever think I've played with you.
I've maybe
But I know
once.
like you always speak highly of you. But like when I play with you out of like the general population, I mean, I even said it last year after Carnival.
yeah,
you guys have definitely got and I was speaking specifically about you. Because I'd only played with you. So I mean, if you're playing that well already at 22 and you're saying, he's a bit better than you, I mean, that's quite.
Yeah,
I think the reason he's saying that as well is because I'm the guy he comes to when like he doesn't know if he made a mistake in hand, and
I know you're honest with him and you're shouting.
Yeah. I've told him he's punted plenty of times.
Yeah,
same goes with all of us.
The one thing that's really good about being friends with John and Ricky is like they are very blunt.
We are
very
brutally honest.
So like at the beginning when I used to get all these bad beats, I would come to them and be like, oh, I can't believe this is happening, but it's obviously just variance. But it's been drilled into me so much that now it's just on to the next,
Yeah. Suck it up, pussy.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Which is, I think, probably one of the best things to acquire while playing poker is having the mentality of like, okay, it's just another hand. We got to move on to the next tournament, And I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. And it's quite tough.
Honestly, I find mental strength is a far more important characteristic to have for a winning poker player than actual skill. You can have all the skill in the world, but if you use one bad beat and you tilt, bye-bye tournament.
I remember like this was probably my last tournament where I said I'm like done with playing full-time professional. It was a super high roller and I bought in twice for 150. I was back, thank God. And we were on the bubble. The bubble took about 4 hours. And obviously, I think I only paid top 4. But first was a lot of money. And I was chip leader and I landed up bubbling. And I really didn't know what to do with myself. I was so like, and I remember I went outside and at the time, and I'm still very close with him, Greg Ronaldson, and I phoned him and I told him my bust started and he's like, geez, dude, that's so bad. What the hell are you doing? I'm like, bro. And he's like, oh, I'm being honest. He was so blatant with me. It kind of actually affected me, but I respect that because you need to be like, as you said, you need to say to your mate, like, look, bro, like you did something stupid and you should know about it and you need to process that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's a few things that need to fall into place before you can be like that. You need to be adequately bankrolled for whatever you're playing. It's going to be very difficult to be level-headed if you're playing above your...
Yeah, if you're playing in a tournament where like the money is really affecting you, then you shouldn't be playing that tournament.
You shouldn't be playing that tournament. That's absolutely correct. But then secondly, I think there is a space for emotions in poker and not necessarily the same from person to person. Some people are just more kind of robotic, whatever, move on to the next than others. I think that being comfortable with your own emotions is more important than
to be able to recognize when you're tilted and be like,
to recognize
okay, I'm tilted, let me not jump into the next tournament. Like, absolutely.
To just recognize it. It's not necessarily a problem having those emotions.
Yeah, it's impossible not
to. Problem to kind of not recognize them and kind of try and fight through it and pretend they don't.
Yeah, funnily enough, there's been a lot of times where like John or Scott will like go on a downswing and be running bad, and like I'll say to them like, this hand is bad, like you tilted, and they're like, no, I don't think I tilted, like I promise I didn't tilt. But like a lot of the time you tilt without realizing, like, just slight adjustments to your game where it's like, okay, like the spot seems fine, let me just chase the flush draw. Like that is another form of tilt because you're down and like
they call it the turtle tilt.
Yeah,
just like I'm just waiting to cooler someone. I'm not gonna play. What?
Turtle tilt.
Turtle tilt. Yeah, you go into your shell and you're just sitting there waiting to either cooler someone or get it in with ace king against nines, and whatever happens. You're not giving enough attention to every.
There are a lot of different forms of tilts that people don't realize that is affecting them. But people think tilting is just like spewing your stack away. There's so many different types of tilts that affect you in so many different ways.
So in individual tournaments that you guys are playing now, people often have these intermittent goals, like wanting to cash or wanting to make the final table or wanting to bag 4 stacks overnight. Do you think are you guys more sort of EV, this is I'm going for the win, or do these intermittent different goals also affect you along the way?
Well, you had it now this weekend, I suppose, when you came 7th.
I want to outlast my friend. I don't want to
we don't really have goals like that. I think there are 2 goals in tournament poker: make the most money and win the tournament.
Well, take us through your. I mean, you finished 7th or 6th this week?
Finished 7th in the main and then 3rd in the super.
Finished 8th
and in the main.
It's 8th.
In the main, how much did you start with the stack or in the FT?
So
I'm just saying, take us through that process. You know, you're looking at these money jumps.
Yeah. So day 2, I spun, which was incredible. But then I bagged, I think pretty much average.
You bagged 500.
Yeah.
550 if I remember.
Or just below average.
Yeah.
For day 3. But my goal was never to just min cash.
Yeah.
I have this mindset where I'll play everything as it comes. I don't need to jump ship, because when you jump ship to
you have
an
to
end
take
goal,
every hand independently.
you can't. You're thinking about something else when you should be worrying about how I'm playing each individual spot. So yeah, I was just focusing on every spot, and like if I ended up winning or I end up min cashing, my mindset didn't really change.
What did you get for 7th?
110.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How do you adjust when, say, you were chip leader, you lose a massive pot? Is it easy for you to adjust to the new reality there, or do you carry some of those feelings along, or do you just go, I'm playing 20 big blind poker now?
Yeah. So I had a very swingy day 3 where I actually got, I wouldn't say coulda, but I got top on the flop into aces, and ended up having around 10 big blinds after the hand. I should have lost my whole stack. And my mindset just changed from, okay, I was playing 50 bigs, now I need to readjust to 10 bigs. And for a lot of people, I think it's very hard to do. But when you've looked at so many of these short stack spots, it becomes fairly easy.
Funnily enough, both of the times we won an online main, we came from very short stacks. So
that helps. That helps a lot. Having a theoretical background and knowing how to play a 17 big blind stack.
Yeah,
so that you can just fall back onto that theoretical knowledge. I think if you're just, let's say, more of a field player, and it's just I was running so hard and I was reading everyone, and then all of a sudden you had 50 big blinds, now you have 16.
Yeah,
I think that can be a lot more of a shock if you don't have any theoretical ground.
I think that's exactly right. Like, the way we look at it is the hand's over. It is what it is. We have this stack now, and we know what to do with it. So we just have to do what we know what we need to do, and whatever happens, happens.
I think, well, so the other guy's going to go, my whole flow was broken.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people go into the state of panic when they lose all their chips and they don't know what to do.
Well, back in the day, it was like a common thing. Like, I would say probably like, it depends on your hand, obviously, where you're on the table, but back in the day, sub 20, it's not an open. It's an all-in pre-flop. It's you don't open to 3x. You just shove. And if you get called, lol, whatever. Now, obviously, you're 3-betting on 14 big blinds, which...
Not just that, I've seen RCM spots where you're opening under the gun off 6 big blinds.
Yeah.
And you're folding if +1 3-bets with like a hand like
that never existed back in the day.
Yeah, I think even in live poker in South Africa, not a thing.
Yeah.
It's just not I think maybe the additional sort of, it's uncomfortable sometimes sitting there with a short stack for a long period of time. It's not immediately uncomfortable, but it starts to grate.
It's fun.
It starts to grate at you.
Yeah, you guys witnessed me on day 1B.
Yeah, exactly.
It was painful.
Spectating there from that. Yeah. So I think if you've been going through that for a few hours now, opening off 6 big blinds and then folding to the 3-bet, that's just more than the emotion can handle at that side. It's like, it's either going in and
that's just a stupid RCM spot. I think that's like a spot that you do like on an FT bubble or something.
Yeah, but back in the day, like I'm talking about 2014, because min raising off like, I don't know, like 11 bigs was not a thing.
Yeah.
And if someone did it, it was always aces.
Yeah.
So people would fall for ace king.
Yeah.
But then it's funny if you think about it, like you should actually think about it further. Okay.
But no one started doing it with other hands because people are folding ace king. It just does look super strong, right?
Yeah.
When thinking of that, they say
people don't really, they see a small stack and they don't realize, oh, it's actually like 20 bigs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's actually really different live because I think a lot of people are totally unaware of stack depth live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy keeping track of everyone's stack at a final table. And
I think
people stack in different ways and the hands change. So you
also think people are just not aware. They don't.
They're not thinking about it. They're not even trying to think about it.
More about themselves. Cash this much or what I can do with the stack.
Mistakes happen.
They're not situationally aware of everyone around them. Whereas like for me, I think I'm like, oh, okay, I've got a short stack here, a short stack here.
It's something that
what am I doing?
Built into us from online play.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys do in between hands really try and pay attention to the stack sizes that have changed.
Yeah.
Who's now got a jamming stack?
Especially for like RCM on an FT stack, the different stacks around you make massive changes to the way you play. Like on a final table, if you have like 20 big blinds and you're a middling stack and there's someone with like 5 big blinds, you can just like open fold 8 under the gun.
Folding.
Yeah.
But a lot of people won't. Like that's also another thing. I've spoken about it, Nico, often. I won't mention names, but like some of our top regs, like I've watched an FT and they'll play a hand and I'm like, geez, well, do you not understand RCM at all? And they just do these like absolute blunders. And it's just sometimes like I'll say to Nico, like, did you see this? This is like so confusing. I'm not saying like I'm an RCM guru, but I think I understand RCM a lot better than most people. But just like they build these mountain stacks, they get to the FT and then they land up finishing 5th because they don't understand like RCM kind of spots.
People don't understand collision and they don't understand how on a final table you can literally you can fold and make money.
Yeah.
If 2 other stacks collide.
Yeah.
And that's something that people really aren't taking into account at all.
Some people don't care about RCM.
Or you can just run over the table.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't happen that often, but when it works, it looks.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think that's a feeling. Get into the FT with like 150 bigs.
Yeah.
Everyone's got like 30 and you go to work. There's probably no better feeling.
Yeah, RCM isn't always about
once every couple of years, but it's
maybe
when it happens, it's awesome.
Yeah, it is quite fun.
So yeah, you get those spots where you can just open. It's just like fold. Some of you guys' plans going into the future. You play a lot of series in South Africa. You have any travel plans?
Yeah, I hopefully want to maybe go to Vegas this year. But
I definitely want to.
Are you guys 21 yet?
Sorry?
Are you 21 yet? Are you 22?
Yeah.
Oh, 22. That's crazy. Yeah, sorry, Karen.
So, I mean, ideally, I want to finish my degree first and then
good man.
Maybe after like a gap year, just travel and play, go to different series. But I think for now, while I'm still studying, obviously, I'll like shuffle up Sunbet series, maybe go to Tanzania.
Yeah, that's the spot you want to take.
I was supposed to go
last
series, but definitely want to try Asia, go to Asia. Maybe Vegas a little later on.
Yeah.
But
You guys are both studying accounting.
no,
I'm
doing a
studying accounting,
I'm doing a general
BCom, yeah.
General BCom. Okay, both commerce degrees. Wow, a gap year after studying, traveling the world playing
I
poker.
think it's amazing.
That's-
what it is.
I just want to
Things
travel.
could be worse, huh?
Yeah.
I
Things
just
could
want to
definitely
travel.
be
No,
worse.
but you see, like from my generation when we were their age, I don't think I was playing poker at your age, but there was so much money coming in, and guys were like, netting 500K a month or just like bizarre amounts, and like everyone's like, okay, cool, this is the rest of my life, and no one studied. So that's what I respect about you guys. You studying and you put that first. Well, you should
Well,
in theory.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far are you with the degree now?
I finished next year.
I'm in my last year and getting my ass kicked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to balance. Trying to
Running
balance.
better in poker than in the exam hall.
Yeah.
Because you guys, like, obviously for like online, you'll play the Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. But you're not tired the next day. How do you?
Nah, we play pretty much every day, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think we've missed a day in like maybe a few days off. I think Monday and Tuesday were the first 2 days in like over a year and a half where I've taken off.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I had that passion.
Yeah.
That you haven't
last
played in a
year-
year and a half.
Sorry.
You haven't played poker in a year and a half.
No,
You don't.
No,
He hasn't not
Opposite.
played poker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So that
played
I've
every
taken-
day in a year and a half.
Yeah.
He's only taken off 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, around like maybe there's like a day or two here and there, but
Competing with Rudolph.
yeah, just
That
playing
is
every single day.
that is crazy.
I had a funny
I'm,
story
uh,
last year
I
in
play
Grand
a fair
West.
bit, but that's nuts.
Yeah,
Last year at Grand West, I was in Grand West and then I realized I had to come back to write a tax up. So went back on Thursday, wrote the tax test on Friday, came back Saturday and max reg the main.
That's energy right there. You don't have that
No.
anymore.
Yeah, I
You
just
don't
saw
have
you
that
squirm
anymore.
thinking about
Ray
that.
Barney finishing third in Vegas in 2007. That was like after 8 days. I don't know. Gets on the plane, comes home, goes to Ace High in what's that casino in the south?
Emerald, because
No, anyway, so and he was older than me. He was like 55. So he plays 8 days. He comes back. He goes straight to the casino, max late registers, and wins that.
When you're running hot, you
Yeah.
gotta go with it.
So you've won $3.5 million. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna play poker for a bit.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, I'm probably doing a few other things in there.
Probably won't see me for
unless you're in a strip club.
If you guys like being something like that, would that be it?
Straight to Mavericks.
No, man. No, I'm not talking about like Grand West. Like
No, I would definitely go to like
South
something
won the
like,
main event, retired from poker.
Nah, we never.
no, I wouldn't retire, but
You've been $10 million.
I don't know. I mean, it's
We would just start
yeah,
playing.
I love the game.
I was
Biggest
watching.
stakes.
I was playing last night, and I had YouTube on the background, and there was a hand that Jamie Gold played against Faha. Do you know who Jamie Gold is?
Yeah.
I know it's a bit before your time. I mean, he won the biggest main event ever. It was like $12
And
million.
had like 10% of himself.
Because he wins this, and then he goes into like he plays in Bobby's room, and he just he offloaded the whole amount.
He didn't even have the whole amount of offloads.
I think he had more. He was supposed to give Johnny Chang X amount,
I don't know exactly the story.
but he still, I think he was only playing for half, but he kept like 90% of it. It was like all this. Anyway, my point being is you're an amateur, you're a fish, whatever, you're playing poker for lols. You've won 12 million. Like surely you bank the win and cheers to poker. Or yeah, you play the main event every year, but he goes and jumps into like the biggest cash game. It was high stakes cash game. That series. I just, for me, okay, obviously I'm a bit older and I've done what I wanted to do in poker basically, but if I'm winning like a big event in Vegas for a couple of $1 million, I don't think I'm going to be playing much poker after that, or not. Am I
I think
right?
I just start
I'll
playing.
definitely play. I
No.
actually try and play less. No, if it makes sense, I try and segment it so that when I'm playing, I can 100% focus on playing and not rather than like work it into the average day.
I think I would be more selective,
yeah.
Yes,
with,
okay, sorry, you
more
actually,
selective with what I
Yeah.
play. But I
yeah,
definitely wouldn't stop playing.
yeah, more selective. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, the way I'd like, I like going on a chip or going for a series, but when I've got all my other things in order, and it's like, okay, the next week and a half, I can just focus on poker.
I think I've been trying to play as much poker as I can while I still can.
I get that as well.
Once
Trying to fit it in every day, yeah.
And once I get a job, I know I'm not going to be able to play as much.
We went to that stage. We've that's how we became friends. We played a lot of live cash together. And he was just literally the first one there, last one there. And like, this was like 4 days in a row. You like the passion was there.
It still is there, but it's from a different. I like to get into a series and try and you kind of warm into it.
Try and
like you're playing the same guys and
I think this series was different for me because I was very more selective. I think I only played like 4 events, compared to the past series where I'd play everything.
No.
And I think you don't need to play it.
No, you definitely don't.
I mean, obviously volume is like really good, but like
no. But then by the time you get to the main, you're tired.
Yeah, like I was finished. I was so finished after the main event.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to go play like Tritons and series like that? Try and test yourself against the best of the best.
I mean, if it wasn't for insane amounts of money, which I'm most likely going to lose, then yes. But like, if you gave me the option to do that with like my actual money, I definitely. You're just not winning there.
Yeah.
Just no need.
Yeah, but I mean, like 10 years time, you guys have finished your studies, you've done well in business, you've become the best player in Africa, and you've got quite a sick bankroll. And even, I don't know, maybe Coin Poker decides like, cool, we'll take 30%, or I don't know. You're going to say no to Triton? I mean, I don't think it's a good spot, obviously.
Yeah, they'll just
be a good spot.
Yeah. It's not, like a large part of poker skill is also game selection. You know, like we all play poker to win money, or at least
I'm very big on game selection.
So like, if it's a spot where I don't think I'm winning money, even though as much as I would love to be able to play with the best and like test myself against the best, if it's not a winning spot, then it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I think about it a bit differently. I'd like to really like test myself there.
What's the main event?
Every level you move up, initially you're probably losing, but hopefully not that much. Hopefully in the 5K
they don't have
0.8 or something like that.
Main event like 120 buy-in.
It's not that much, and I think it's good experience moving up.
I definitely like the experience of playing at that level. I'm also the type of person where like I enjoy competing against people who are better than me because I feel like I improve that way.
Yeah.
So like I would definitely want to do that for the experience, but like to do it consistently, like I would lose too much money. It wouldn't be worth it.
What do you think would prevent you from becoming that good? What would be a limiting factor?
Living in South Africa.
Yeah,
no, not slightly way.
Yeah, no, that's probably one thing.
You're not going to get enough volume.
Another thing is also just not having the commitment for it. Like, if you want to be at that level, you have to really devote your life to it. And like, even if you do get the good, there's no promise that you're actually even gonna win, because sometimes variance just stiffs you, you know. So you'd have to really commit your entire life to it, and that's not really what I would want to do. To me, I see poker as a sport that I just really enjoy playing. It's a hobby, but it's not going to be my career. And if it's not going to be my career, then I wouldn't be able to commit my entire life to it.
Yeah, it's sometimes difficult to think how to compete against guys who are just studying and playing all day to the exclusion of anything else. I think it's more doable than a lot of people in South Africa think. I think we sell ourselves short a lot of the time, and you often play against a field that's maybe not that well studied. But I think a lot of individual players, guys who study, definitely have a chance of doing well in these. So I think South Africans underrate themselves as a group, as poker players. Not necessarily with the current skill set, but just with what is achievable.
Yeah.
And there's definitely players who do a hell of a lot of other things as well and are just absolute crushers. Maybe guys who just played it against stronger fields for most of their lives, but not everyone is just this robot.
But like, I'll give you an example where I think we do have obviously a lot of good South Africans, but like Jeremy Osmus, he's got like a a blog now, whatever you want to call it. That guy is literally at what's Kerry Katz's poker room?
Poker Studio.
Poker Go Studio. They play like 10Ks literally every single day.
Yeah.
The amount of volume they're getting through is just a South African player will never get that.
Yeah, we get like
Even
maybe
like
6
you look at
series
someone
a
like
year.
a Geo or an Ahmed then, or they would go overseas a lot, but you'll never ever get that volume. It's literally.
I was speaking to Divan actually about Australia, because Australia is one of the places I want to go to as well. And I was like, I'm not sure when I should go. When's the best time? And he's like, you can literally go any time of the year and there'll be a series running.
Yeah, Australia's
like,
nice.
Constantly, there's always tournaments.
Yeah.
And then with us, we have to wait. We get to play a series like once every 2 months.
Yeah, we have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Have you guys heard of something called the internet?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously
You can play a lot.
But that's what they do. He's taking 2 days.
You can get a lot of volume in there. Yeah. It's like being that good or whatever. It's not a character trait. It's not something that's inherent. It's like you can work, you can study, you can get better, you can get experience, and it's something that's changeable. So I think the narrative that South Africans can't really compete there is maybe not Triton, but World Series. We've had a lot of good results in Vegas. Lots.
I think there's very few people who are winning in Triton. So it's not just South Africans.
There's very few people who are winning. And even the best guys are playing at 5.
When you get to that high of a level, the edges are just so small that like it's not actually profitable at all for anyone really.
Maybe that's where the intuition has to come in again.
That's a good point.
The final frontier. So the definitely do have some travel plans to go and play abroad. You guys, cash games versus tournaments. Give us the upsides and the downsides.
I think I've always preferred tournaments. I started off playing tournaments. Only recently got into cash properly this year. But I prefer tournaments as there's a clear winner. As with cash games, you can sit for hours.
It's never ending.
Yeah, it's never ending.
That was always my problem with online cash. And it wasn't private games. It was just like sites. And it's like, I would never know when the game is done.
To me, the way I see it, cash is sort of the place where you build your bankroll to have the money to then go take shots.
100%. Yeah.
And the excitement towards the end of a tournament.
So both are really important. Both are equally as important to me.
Does playing a lot of the one negatively influence your ability to play?
I know people like Marco are convinced that it's impossible to
play cash like 10 times.
A good cash and tournament player. I think he's very wrong. That's like saying it's impossible to be a good Hold'em and Omaha player. Like you can be. You just need to be able to adjust. Like it's really not that.
So playing multiple variants also not a bad impact on your game.
To be honest, we don't really play Omaha that much yet, so we can't really speak on that.
That's right, because a lot of the really, really top guys, the blue chip guys, all play multiple games.
Yeah. I think David
but it is quite difficult to. It's definitely hard to play multiple variants very well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it necessarily will hurt the other variant that you're playing, but it is super hard to be a good heads up PL06.
Damon's told me if you can't consider yourself a truly good poker player if you don't play every form of poker.
Yeah, but he's like the only one, because I watched some of his content when he was in Vegas. And he was like, I'm going to go play this game. I'm going to go play. I'm like, bro, what are you like? How do you even know how to play these games? So my point being, I think he's the only South African that will play.
I think he's just a big nerd.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
But is there something to, or do you guys value that, saying, okay, this guy's a very well-rounded player, he can play multiple variants?
Yeah, for sure.
Or do you not really, it's like whatever?
There's definitely some merit to being able to play different forms of games. It's not like, in my opinion, you don't need to. Like, if you don't want to play Omaha, you don't have to.
But some kind of kudos, or just
no, definitely kudos. Like it's very difficult to be. It's good to be good at Hold'em alone. Never mind to be good at multiple forms of
to be like
poker
a great tournament Raz player.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you guys like to achieve if you sitting 10 years from now, looking back at what's happened in your poker lives, what would make you look back and go, this has been a success?
For me, I really want to grow the younger community a lot more. I think there's not a lot of us, and there's not a lot of younger people getting channeled into it. And we've actually discussed this in the past on like how we would do it, and it's a lot more complicated than everyone thinks. Like, I mean, before us was Marco and Damon. But like, as hard as it is to say, like, when the older generation starts dying out, who's gonna fill in the younger generation?
About this.
Jesus.
They're not talking about you just yet. They're not talking about you just yet.
But yeah, it's a thing. Like, how are we gonna get more younger people in? And it's actually really hard because a lot of young people don't have bankrolls to start playing this. And
there's no options for people who don't have bankrolls.
Exactly. And also it's very difficult to find people to back you for these big events. I think it's a big problem.
In South Africa, in a lot of ways, there's kind of a ceiling, especially to how much you can make out of poker, because of the size of the community and the frequency of tournaments. Overseas, obviously, it's a lot higher. So taking a shot at something and putting in a lot of time in it, if you're just doing it for financial reasons, there's probably other avenues. If you put as much time and effort in, that you have a much higher probability of success, and also when you have success will be a lot more than you would have made out of poker. So in that way, it needs a very specific type of person that enjoys the competition, also to an extent enjoys the social element of it, and trying to get into a game. And that's not such a large percentage of people. That are like that. But finding them, hopefully through what we're doing this podcast, if we can find 50 players, it's already a big difference in South African community. Do accolades matter to you in poker, or is it
like
all about the
trophies or?
Well, the trophies is a part of it, but I would say the accolade is also being seen as a good player.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's nice to get recognition for playing well, but at the end of the day, poker is just about making money. If I'm making money, then I really don't care if other people think I'm a good player or not, because this sounds wrong or mean, but like most the people who are giving their opinions on me aren't good players either. So
Okay,
maybe aren't like
so
they're not crushes. So I don't really concern myself with other people's opinions. I just play my best game, and hopefully it works out in the end and I make some money.
Okay, so you go to World Series, and option one is you win a bracelet, but a smaller event. You lose in the others, you come back home square money-wise.
Option two.
But
Option
everyone,
two already,
but
yeah.
everyone,
I
wants
don't
to,
need the option.
but everyone wants to take a photo of you. You're the first South African in 30 years to win a bracelet, whatever. So you get that recognition. And in option two, you didn't even hear what amount of money.
I'm a stingy Jew. I just want money. I want profit.
Scotty, yourself?
Option
You're going to go for the bling. Come on.
No.
Mine. Seriously.
This guy's broke. You need
Oh, no.
I was
Still. No one over here going for the glory.
So you're taking glory?
Oh, 100%.
I want both.
100%.
I would want glory if I've won it. I like
You did win.
but I'm saying like option two wise, like I want the most amount of money rather than.
Obviously, it would be incredible to have a bracelet, and like,
but I would
as a competitor and a sportsman, like I'd want to win as well. Like, trophies would mean something to me. But at the end of the day, we're playing poker to make money.
Money comes first.
We're not playing it for people to stroke our egos or anything. Like, we just want to win some money.
But you say you competed in sports?
Yeah.
Like what?
Played soccer pretty much my whole life.
Professionally, or what did you get?
Semi-professionally.
Thank you.
Yeah, football. I tried to go pro in Spain. I played semi-pro for a few months. But yeah, my knees didn't really cooperate.
Wait till you get to footy.
But it would be great if you win,
might
if you win a
have these
trophy. If you win like a European trophy or
Yeah, of
whatever,
course.
and then, but you end up with no money, the trophy would still be cooler.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I think
But
poker's
poker being
a very different kind of game where success in poker isn't measured by trophies. It's measured by profit at the end of the day. Like you
Well
can
said, sir.
you can win 2 trophies and like break even on a series. Is that
Yeah.
really a successful series? Or some people
Totally.
you could win a trophy and lose on a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, poker is about making money, and that priority slightly edges trophies for me.
It is measured and played in money. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a unreasonable metric to use.
Yeah.
I've got a GTO Lab subscription now, and I'm going to whip the laptop out. There's going to be a competition between the two of you.
3 of us.
Greg wants to jump in there. Okay.
1K side bet.
Oh, let's go. Okay, so I'm
Side
going to
bet.
whip it up. Then I'm going to set up I'm going to choose the drill. It's a MTT ICM spot, and you play the whole table.
You play the whole table.
Yeah, so you play every single spot at the table.
Okay.
Okay, mate. Interesting.
So see how you guys go. Okay, so now we're testing these new GTA wizards. We've opened up MTT ICM spot. So have a crack. GTO Labs open. Talk us through it.
King Queen under the gun is chip leader. Obviously opening that.
At FT. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let you.
Yeah.
I don't think
This is quite interesting spot. I think because chip leader's raising so much, we get to just jam this, I guess. We don't love it, but it is a blunder. Well,
Oh, one down. What did you jam there?
must ace 9 suited. I thought so. Like I was on the fence about this because the chip leader is going to be opening so much.
Okay,
that
give
like,
us the dynamic of the hand. Full ring
so-
FT.
yeah, full ring FT, or this is what's
Under the gun is covering stack.
9-handed, yeah. So we chip leader under the gun and very short stack to our left. And yeah, we're folding it. So should I change decision or continue?
Go change decision.
Okay, change
So
decision.
you jammed the ace 9
Yeah,
suited.
so that's
the
a
blunder.
fold then.
Okay.
Okay, 5s, that's definitely a fold. Ace jack.
I really want to play.
I think we can call or 3-bet this.
Ace-
Ace jack. Oh yeah.
Don't we just make more money by just folding?
3-bet or
Gun.
fold.
But against the chip leader who's
Yeah,
raising
that is
so much,
true.
I think we probably want to 3-bet this
3-bet or fold.
really small. Okay, mistake. I suck. What does it say to do?
Fold up.
Let's see if
And that was correct.
King Queen suited fold. Well, it's 3-bet or fold.
Fold.
4s
I'll
fold.
even see the question. I got it right.
Ace 10. It's also a fold. Jack 8 suited. Fold.
You never fold Jack 8 suited. That's.
And a small blind.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Defend, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next solution. Scotty.
Okay.
So we.
Just use the same.
Okay, let me just see this. Understand. Okay, small blind, big 9, 20.
I'm actually on the fence about this one. I mean, as covering stack chip leader, we can open, but I
Hold on, actually.
but we can fold. I think.
I think.
prefer to
hold on.
fold.
Oh no, there's 2.
We're probably opening this in South Africa.
Yeah, but I think
Scotty has to
definitely
go first, Greg. So we get this
yeah.
competition, and then right at the end,
Then
you as senior
And-
statesman of
Yeah.
poker can come in and
Oh, so I must keep quiet.
Yep.
yeah.
I think King Queen is just a pure jam of 6 big blinds.
Or in.
I think a fold.
Definite fold.
Yeah.
This is quite close.
This is very close. Personally, I think I'm folding.
I think call fold is maybe fine as well.
That's a fold.
Yeah. No,
Um,
Ben.
Yeah, I think it is a fold.
Ben. Just a lot of folding in RCM.
Old. Old.
Yeah. This sucks, yeah. But fold.
Sucks, but fold.
Yeah.
That's the hardest one.
Yeah.
So the I don't know.
Yeah, have a go, Greg.
Is this FT?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is empty.
Fold. Fold. These are easy, man. Fold.
A lot of folding.
Bear in mind, we're going to use this one.
Yeah.
I would probably open, but it's probably a
I
fold.
think you have to fold because of the
Yeah,
small
yeah, that's what I was.
fold.
Fold. Oh shit! I nearly pushed the wrong button. Fold. This is what you're giving me. Come here.
It's random. The only thing that's pre-selected is the stack sizes. Then it just pops in random hands.
You can probably open any aces, chip leader. I want to 3-bet this, but this is probably a fold. These are all just going to be folds then,
Yeah.
because no one wants to get involved with chip leader.
You're under the gun. What's happening?
We under the gun. We have absolute piles, 90 bigs. I think it's
No big blind is 4 big blinds, eh?
yeah. So we just folding. Fold. A7-0. Oh, this is a bit close. Yeah. But yeah, Queen 7 suited, low jack, fold.
We have to just open hands as we're
Yeah,
call
it's-
off against the big
No,
blinds.
100%.
Yeah.
8-7-0 fold.
The problem is if we open, the small blind gets to just
Yeah, you just
absolutely split
can
his
just rip
nuts in
any.
our face and just jam.
So
everything.
fold.
Yeah, I don't
Well-
think so because big blinds also
Oh, wow.
defending a lot. I don't think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If we
Yeah.
open
You guys are not getting this
Hundred.
competition thing.
Yeah.
It's
okay, well, you got it
So,
wrong anyway.
Yeah, we got it
Fish.
wrong. Do we continue or?
Change decision.
Yeah, so obviously open then. Fold. King jack on the button. Actually, don't know, but
Yeah, we're definitely not caught.
all in.
Blunder.
You so easily.
So what? We were just 3-betting, not all. No, we're just folding. Yeah. Just
Probably defend.
yeah, defend and
I like the king 8. I would have liked as a shove.
See, the problem, like, it's assuming that everyone are good players, but like against weak players, I would just jam anything there because like they have to fold with the small, with the big blind. Yeah. It's the same setup. Just through Greg.
I know a lot of people with fours here in South African poker would open or even call and raise.
Jam. A lot
Fold.
of people would just jam that.
Oh, it is a bit different.
Mm.
See, I think if small blind was like sub 15, you can no. I think you have to be a little bit lower to shove. So yeah.
did you click it?
No, I'm just thinking.
My bad.
But I just think if you open here, small blind can just like punish you with everything.
Well, they should be.
Told you
It's
guys.
gonna be raise fold.
he should be able to answer. He should be able to answer. Like, yeah, he has to. I mean, if this is wrong, then I give up.
Wow, I'm surprised by that as well.
This is wrong.
Is it folding then?
I mean, it's not calling. It's either shoving or
You
folding.
can 3-bet non all in.
Yeah, that was about to say.
It can 3-bet to like 5.3, 6.5.
Okay, the answer is obviously fold. Oh,
We're gonna
Okay,
think I'm a
Ricky.
maniac.
Take it away for us.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are
Already don't
making
know if-
horrible.
I'm
You guys are just mumbling at each other.
Yeah.
oh,
We're not,
I know. We always speak about the side though.
yeah.
yeah.
I'd want to open this, but I don't know if it folds because of the short stack. But I'm going to be a fish and open. Yeah. I mean, I called it. I mean, this is quite close.
Oh.
I'm opening because I'm a fish.
We're just saying we
I
have to
just
fold
want to
everything.
open. I know, but I want to raise.
You want to play?
Yeah, I'm bored. I think we're frozen. I think we are frozen.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not folding.
I want to 3-bet that, but no. Oh, I was right. Fuck, that suck. Finally, we had a 3-bet.
I know what
Guess we
Marco would
set
do.
mine, yeah. Marco go all in. I guess we set mine.
Very nice. It's me now.
Oh,
Okay. Ace King Suit under the
Oh,
gun.
that was the
I
last
got
round.
2.
Oh.
I won.
did you win, Greg?
I actually don't know, but it's nice. I think some of the questions could be a little bit more like that last one where was it small blind at 3-bets
Yeah.
Yeah.
with nines with 3 stacks sub 15. I don't think nines. I don't know. I don't know.
Nines have to call because the small blind just
Yeah.
bet bluff too much.
Okay, what did you guys think of it? How did you go in general?
I think we're looking about
mean,
90%.
Yeah, I think we did fine. Adequate.
I mean, it makes
Adequate,
sense. It's
you
just
say.
a lot of
Okay, that's
folding and on
that's a
final
humble
tables.
bar to put there, Scotty.
Yeah. I think more improvement.
Adequate. That's good. I think
I'll
we're
open too
becoming
much, I'm a fish.
GTO Lab affiliates soon. So if you guys want to,
I don't know if anyone saw though. Rick did open Queen 4 suit at UCG. I'm just if you guys.
Hey, look.
90 bigs, the big blind, like just get it in versus the big blind. Like, let's run it.
let's go for
I
it.
want more chips.
So to wrap this one up, I'm going to do rapid fire questions. It's all about your friendship group and
Okay.
possible poker
Interesting.
adventures.
Okay.
Okay.
So who's most likely to be kidnapped abroad?
Scott,
Probably.
he's an idiot.
Good question.
Who's going to win the most money?
Probably Marco.
Oh, out of our whole friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Are
thought
we
you were talking about us two.
No, out of your
Oh,
whole
yeah.
friend.
Are you guys friends with Marco?
Yeah, for some reason.
I didn't think you had any friends.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking on past history, like it's clearly Marco.
I joke.
Who's got the best technical skills?
Poker technical skills.
We're all so different.
I guess
Yeah.
Damon?
Yeah.
Probably Damon, yeah.
Who's got the best temperament?
Temperament. As in, like, doesn't tilt or.
Yeah, just temperament for poker. Emotional control.
I think me, maybe. Although,
High
actually,
roller, Grand West.
Okay, that was one time. Okay, my phone.
What did he do? What did he do?
Put my phone on the floor.
Keenan,
Equilibrium.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got in very, very good. And he gets up from the table and throws his phone across the room.
Like Daniel Negreanu did when he busted
I had
250.
kings cracked 3 times in a row in the super high roller, coming in as the chip leader, and
Oh,
ended up,
okay.
like,
No,
soft
I think
bubbling
that's- I think you're allowed to do that.
yeah, I was very upset about that. But generally, I think I'm pretty good at managing my emotions. With that one specific instance aside.
Okay. If the bunch of you are locked up and someone has to play against the guard to negotiate your release, who would you send in as your best man?
Wait,
Damon. Probably Damon.
but does Damon have that dog in
wants
him?
to say himself.
Yeah, I've got a feeling.
You'll probably
I just don't
negotiate
I don't
with
trust
the-
any of you enough to. I want to do it myself.
Damon would negotiate away.
John, I mean, are we not going to talk about
I
it?
don't think John's in the conversation. Yeah,
Who would be the best at negotiating a final table deal?
Marco.
Marco.
Yeah, Marco.
Marco better than Damon. I just feel like Damon's got that.
Well, Damon.
Well, Damon's a Jew. Yeah.
Damon.
That's what I wanted to say, but I can't say
I
that.
fucking say it.
Yeah,
Don't
you
make it.
Damon before, and Damon's very, very against deals.
Yeah, so I guess it is.
Smart.
If we're talking about like negotiating skills, probably Damon.
Yeah.
But in terms of deals on,
Why? Because
in
he's
poker
Jewish.
and- yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying that because you said that.
And who just has the random luck? Someone has to draw a card out of the deck and it's got to be the ace.
Probably me.
Is it gonna be
Scotty's
Scotty?
run very hot this year.
Yeah.
Ace of spades, Scotty. Scotty, Ricky, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Guys,
Have a nice day. Ciao.
It's a lot of fun.